So I smell that here. Just a quick review of a Swiss Arabian fragrance that I got a sample of. I'm going to attempt the name of this. Shumoukh Al Ghutra. Shumoukh Al Ghutra. Alright, say that with a mouthful of Worders Originals. Okay. Shumoukh Al Ghutra. Now that I got that out of the way, let's move on to what it smells like. Okay, when I spray this, initially it reminded me of Tuscan leather. That's because you're getting fruit and leather. A lot of fragrances that have fruit and leather are just going to remind you of Tuscan leather because that's probably the most famous of all these fruit leather combos. Is this a clone of Tuscan leather? No, it is very reminiscent of it. Now, okay, let's go to the note breakdown here. We've got violet, apple, galbanum, cedar, leather, vanilla and musk. When you spray this, straight away you're going to get the fruit and leather. It wasn't quite really discernible to me what kind of fruit I was getting. To be honest, I thought I was getting some kind of citrus, but obviously what they're using here is apple. Now there could be citrus notes in it that are not listed, who knows. Let's just say that it is the apple. I'm getting a tart apple. I'm getting leather. Now, after about 20 minutes, this is going to get really, really sweet. Not really sure where the sweetness is coming from, which one of these notes. And you're also going to get the vanilla and the musk to start to come to the forefront. You'll also get the violet as well in it. Galbanum, do I get galbanum in it? I don't think so. My familiarity with galbanum extends to Royal Oud by Creed and French lover Frederic Malle. For me, it gives a kind of a dry, kind of sand-like quality to fragrances. Don't really get that in this. Okay, let's talk about performance on this one. I didn't have to spray a lot like these little sample bottles. Don't give out a great amount of juice. I only sprayed 4 times. 2 times on the clothes, 2 times to the neck, and that's all you need. So I'm presuming if you had a large bottle, you may need only 1 spray really, and you're going to get the upper side of moderate to strong sillage with this. Longevity, I think you're going to get 24 hours. That's if you spray on clothes. I think once you are getting to maybe the 16 to 18 hour, whatever scent is left is going to be coming off the clothes. So make sure if you are using this, do get some of it on your clothes. If you are only using 1 spray, kind of spray it to maybe kind of that area where your neck meets your t-shirt or shirt. How long does this project for? It projects for a number of hours. You're talking about 3-4 hours. So it's got very, very good performance. Now the downside to this is, like a lot of Swiss Arabians, they are not as cheap as these other Arabian houses like Ardal, Zafran, Latafa, Nabil, etc. So you are going to be paying designer prices for this. Is this as good as designer offerings that you get in your local department store, you get in your local chemist? Yeah. Personally, I'd rather maybe go and buy an oil from one of these companies in Kuwait, and you can get equal to better quality for a much cheaper price. If you like spraying your stuff out of a bottle, maybe go with this. But you know, there are cheaper options when it comes to the leather fruit combo. For example, Arab Tradition by Nabil. Is Arab Tradition of the quality of this? No, it's not. It lacks in performance. While it's got pretty decent performance, it doesn't project as much. Sillage isn't as big, longevity isn't as good. It's probably a little bit more linear than a fragrance like this. You get your kind of raspberry and your leather all the way through. With this one, it does kind of change after that initial hour, and you get the sweetness and you get the vanilla and the musk. The apple and the leather take a bit of a backseat. So would I recommend this? Yes, I would, if you don't mind paying £80 sterling from someplace like Notino, because that's what it's going for. It's £78 sterling at the moment on Notino. Is it worth that? Well, if you're a person who buys designer fragrances or niche fragrances, yeah, it is worth it. Is it worth it if you're a person that, like me, who's a bargain hunter, who likes to get more bang for the buck? Personally, I wouldn't purchase it because I think I can get similar quality at a much, much cheaper price, especially in relation to oils instead of EDTs or EDPs. If you got the money, I think this is probably better quality than a lot of designers. It's not going to be as good as your Tuscan leathers, of course. It's somewhere in the middle of designer quality and niche quality. Really, really like this one, and I'm really happy that it only takes 4 little sprays. They do me for 24 hours, so I'm going to get a lot of more wearings out of this. Really, really enjoyed it. They sell it on Shore Cosmetics at wholesale prices. Even at wholesale prices at Shore Cosmetics, this is going to cost you, if you're factoring in delivery and all this kind of stuff, somewhere in the region of 50 to 60 pounds sterling, depending on where you're living. Okay, that was my review of Shumoukh. I'll do it in my Sean Connery accent. I think it's called Shumoukh Al Ghutra. Shumoukh Al Ghutra. Lovely. It's a lovely fragrance. I really enjoy Miss Moneypenny. Alright, Shumoukh Al Ghutra by Swiss Arabian. If you found this video interesting, please give me a like. And if you want to see more videos, please subscribe. Thank you.